You know, some career changes are pretty wild, but this one is something else. We're talking about going from the wide open ocean to a meticulously controlled indoor farm. It's a journey that sounds almost made up, but it's the real-life story of Rahul Govind, a man who traded a life at sea for a deep-rooted passion in agriculture. I mean, just look at that. A nautical scientist out on the sea, and then a mushroom farmer completely surrounded by, well, fungi. It's such a huge jump, swapping one super specialized world for a totally different one.
So you gotta ask, right? What makes someone do that? How do you go from a life at sea to becoming a master of the soil? Let's get into Rahul Govind's story and see what really drove this incredible pivot.
So, this whole journey, it wasn't some calculated business decision based on spreadsheets and market analysis. Nope, it all started with a passion, something that just took root and grew into something amazing. Let's see how it all began.
And this is where it all led. Monsoon Mushrooms. But here's the thing, it's not just a farm. Think of it more like a hub for all things mushroom. He's training other farmers, coming up with new, cost-effective ways to grow. He's really building a whole community around this passion of his. So when people ask him why, his answer is simple. One word: passion. This wasn't about crunching numbers or finding a gap in the market. It was a calling. Something pulled him away from the open sea and planted him firmly on solid ground.
And listen, this was no passing fancy. Rahul has poured 8 years of his life into this. 8 years of hands-on work, mastering the art and the science of mushroom farming. That's some serious dedication to a new path.
But you know how it is. Passion is great, but it's not always enough, especially in farming. Rahul's journey was tough. I mean, really tough. He was up against some pretty unforgiving elements.
And the way he talks about those early days is really telling. It wasn't just a series of setbacks. He says it felt like a fight, like the farm itself was fighting back. For every single step he took forward, it felt like the environment would just push him 2 steps back.
So what was he up against? Well, it was like a three-front war. First, you had contaminations that could just wipe out an entire crop in a flash. Then, he was struggling just to find quality spawns, the very seeds for his harvest. And on top of all that, the total unpredictability of climate change, something every modern farmer has to deal with. Okay, so this is where the story really turns. Faced with all these challenges, Rahul didn't give up. He didn't back down. He innovated, and that led to a breakthrough that changed absolutely everything.
So what was his big idea? It's genius, really. If you can't control the crazy weather outside, then you've got to create the perfect weather inside. And that's where the smart grow room comes in. This was his game-changing answer. Just imagine a room where technology controls everything: temperature, humidity, airflow, 24/7. It's a way to guarantee a harvest no matter how wild the world outside gets.
Of course, building something like that isn't cheap. And he didn't have to do it all on his own. He got a crucial boost of 6 lakh rupees in support from government schemes. That funding was the spark that really helped him turn his big idea into a real, working farm. And then this happened. He was named the Millionaire Farmer of India 2023. I mean, wow. This award wasn't just a piece of paper, it was total validation for all the struggle, all the passion, all the innovation. This was the moment that really cemented his place as a leader in his field.
But to get to that point, that took a massive commitment. We are talking a total investment of 1 crore rupees. That is a huge bet on his vision for what farming could be.
So, the big question, did that huge bet pay off? Oh yeah, it did. With an annual turnover of around 30 lakh rupees, Monsoon Mushrooms isn't just a passion project anymore. It's a seriously successful business. But you see, for Rahul, it's not just about his own success. His story doesn't end there. Now, he's looking at the bigger picture, at shaping the entire future of the industry. These days, Rahul is doing so much more than just farming. He's a professional trainer, sharing what he's learned with the next generation. He's an entrepreneur, always looking for the next venture. He's also a consultant and even a farm designer, helping other people build their own high-tech farms and find the same kind of success. And believe me, he is not slowing down. He's already aiming higher. What's next? Cultivating all kinds of exotic mushrooms and breaking into the global export market. Yeah, this journey is far from over.
So, when you look at Rahul's whole story, it really makes you think, doesn't it? As our climate gets more and more unpredictable, could this be the answer? Is the future of farming not out in the open fields but indoors, in controlled environments like his? It's a pretty powerful idea to chew on.